What's going on, YouTube? Joey Burt Cat 8 here. Got a few things to show, some exciting stuff, only 4 cards. But there's another package that's in, and I was kind of wondering what the heck was going on because I couldn't remember what it was, because I didn't know what it was. And I don't have it to show. I'm going to make an own video for you, Brad. It's a Bradley Cause package. I seen the Brad Smith on the front before I opened it. And so it's still sealed. It's just in the other room. I'm going to try to get... I'm going to Vegas on Sunday. So I will do a video before that. Before I go to Vegas. A video on its own. So, but starting off with a Bart Starr 101. A printing plate from National Treasures. I think this is 2015 National Treasures. Heck, if I don't know. I think it's the cyan or the magenta. Maybe the cyan. I don't know. It's definitely not the yellow or the black. And I don't remember what the eBay description was. But very cool. Didn't have one. I thought I paid a little bit too much for it, but I didn't care. When you fall in love with something, what are you going to do? Right? You just buy it, move on. I love it. So, back in the top loader. All this stuff is going to get a mag in a second. I'm going to have to, when I'm on one of my days off, I'm going to have to clean out this card room. We got lots of stuff to do in it. I'm going to do all the Bart Starrs first. I only have 4 cards, and the first 2 are going to be Bart Starrs. And when I first seen this card in eBay, I wasn't sure if I needed it or not. I guess it doesn't matter because I fell in love with it. And I said, I don't even want to waste time to look because I just hit the buy it now on it. Not too many times I'll ever do that. But authentic game worn prime jersey. So a 2-color patch from 2008 limited, Leaf Limited. Beautiful shine. And I'm trying to do the best I can for... when I make videos, well, it's night so fast now. It just makes it look weird in here. But this is 7 out of 25. And I think I ended up needing it. So, even better. Just a beautiful game-worn Bart Starr patch card. Just gorgeous kind of stuff. Love that stuff. In fact, I probably paid a little bit much on it, but like it says, it does never bother me if I absolutely fall in love with it. I don't care. This next card is an anomaly. I just noticed just recently this guy having Packer autographs, and I'm just like, yes, sir, I'm going to get one. And this card, I don't know, I kept on looking and waiting because there's plenty of them out there now. But he was only in Mosaic, and all of a sudden this card showed up. I'm like, well, if I'm going to get one, I'm going to get this one. And it sold for over $250. I did not buy it. It got relisted, and I bought it for like $77, like a week and a half later. The black from Mosaic, the Tony Manrich autograph, 101. So, for every... This was a bad pick by the Packers, right? And I'll show you the 101 in cursive, 101 on the back on the side. There it is. Boom. Yes, bad pick, but if we would instead say the number 1 overall pick that year was Troy Aikman. Say if we got Troy Aikman instead, we would have got Brett Favre. Like a couple years later, it would have never happened, right? So, for all the bad things that, you draft badly, a good thing has to come around. Like, here's an example in my life. I was working as a QA guy, a quality assurance guy, at a local place here, and absolutely hated it. Hated what I was doing, but there was no jobs. You found whatever you could get, and I've been there. I was there for like 3.5 years, and got laid off. And so I got laid off, and I'm clicking unemployment. Great, fine, whatever. But this job came up. I got laid off in November. The post office job came up. I says, I'll do this for a little while until the other place calls me back. They called me back. I wasn't coming back. So for every getting laid off, I hated it. For every bad thing that ever happens, a good thing comes along, and here I am, 14 years later, very financially stable, which is hard to say for a lot of people. But the last card, now getting back to cards. So every good thing, there's a bad thing. I think this is a first year flawless, number 17 out of 20. John Kuhn, patch auto. Game worn. None of this silly crap after the first year of flawless where they put player worn and event worn bull crap. But this is game worn. On the back it says the enclosed game used material and autograph are guaranteed by Panini America. Boom! I should have got one early on, and I paid, thinking you're going to pay less down the line, right? Didn't pay less down the line. Had to pay more. Was wrong. You know, there's some things you wait for, you think you're going to pay less for, right? Was totally wrong. This is the first one I've seen in years show up. So I jumped on it. I had to have it. And that's the stuff. He was a cult hero for Green Bay. Whenever we would get like to the 1 or 2 yard line, the whole crowd would yell Kuhn. They knew it was coming. The defense knew it was coming, and it didn't, it didn't matter. We still cheered Kuhn, and he would get in anyway. Love the guy. So, yeah, he was great. John Kuhn, fullback. We don't have too many fullbacks in the game anymore. Love him. But so that's it for cards. Like I said, Brad's going to get his own video this weekend, hopefully, before I go to Vegas. Yeah, being nostalgic. Just recently, I went back and watched a video of Ryan that put out his I Saw Sasquatch cards now. I don't remember, it's a long name. But he was Dominus Infinitus back then. Ryan, old school YouTuber, knows exactly what's going on. So he put like a vlog out into the 2014 National, which is my first National. I appeared in it quite a few different times in this video. And I was watching it, and I'm like, wow, this is so amazing. Then I looked, we were all sitting down to eat at some of the tables there, and it kind of gave a panoramic view of all the card tables and everything, like all the setups. You maybe see 10 or 15 people in like an area. If that was like a same view, I bet you this year, it'd be 300 people instead of like 10 or 15. That's how much we've changed. That's how much we've become pop culture. Insane. And I just couldn't believe it. That was one of my favorite memories of all time, was that 2014 National. I was so green. I didn't even know what I was doing, but I was in heaven. I was in card overload. And I still am when I go to the National. I'm in card overload. But I know exactly. That was my very first ever big purchase, over a couple $100. I would spent $700 on one card. That's my Lombardi cut auto. And I didn't grade it. I graded it like 2 years later, and I got a 959. So, and that's a staple, a part of my Packers PC. That card is in that. I love my Lombardi cut. If you don't know anything about Vince Lombardi, they did. I think there was. I found it on YouTube. I'm not sure if it was like an ESPN thing or not, but it was like an hour and a half of just what Vince Lombardi was. And it was just a fantastic story. I watched it the other day again. I probably watch it, I don't know, twice a year. Fantastic man, fantastic story. So, and after watching that, you'll understand why it's called the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Dedicated to him. So he was a man among men. So that's all I got. And sorry I rambled on for about that, but we'll get, had to get this in. Brad, you get your video all on your own because you deserve it. Thanks everybody for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time real soon, actually.